Y'all, I am so irritated right now. My son sit up here and literally took $2,000 off my fucking credit card. That's my rent money. That's everything. Every fucking thing. He gotta go. I just put him out. He's 16. I already done sit there and told him I really feel like calling the fucking police. That's why I came live, so I can calm down. I really just feel like calling the police at this moment. You really took some money off my card.
You know, when I think about situations like this, it's very interesting to say the least how a woman says that she had a situation where her son pretty much took the rent money and he basically went out shopping at fashion. Well, I'm not going to get him no props or any sort of things. It's still on the screen anyway, so it doesn't matter. Fashion Nova or whatever the case is, in some other Sheen place. And he pretty much went over there and bought this young girl a bunch of clothes worth $2,000. Now, we understand that that's bad. That's not a good thing. But this is pretty problematic on the part of the mother. I notice a lot of people on social media, they're saying how the young man is he's not good and he did something bad. We get it. He's 16. He probably don't have a father in the house. In this particular clip, she claimed that his father was called or whatever reason. But I doubt that the father is active in his life. I don't think the father is really there because the young man would have been taught. He would have been taught on responsibility, getting a job. He's at the age where he can pretty much work at a fast food joint and make a few dollars. So the young man is most likely a busybody, not really doing nothing with himself. And the problem with this is that the mom said in order for her to calm down, she went live. It seemed like social media has become a very serious problem where people feel that when they have problems in their home, they need to come online and start to share with the whole world exactly all of their personal business in their house. And I think that that's problematic. You know, if I'm having an argument with my wife, or if I'm having some sort of disagreement with a woman that I'm talking to, I'm not going to come on social media to tell you because it's none of your business. And I find that a lot of people have been so addicted to social media that they feel like once there's an issue in their house, they need to just click the live button and then just go live and start talking about their kids. This woman said she want to call the cops on her son. With all of the madness going on in this world, you mean to tell me as a mom, you're ready to introduce the police to your son because of a situation of him using your credit card? Have it ever dawned on you that the money was actually stolen, which means you can call the bank? You can call the bank and they can actually give you back the money? Like, what's the matter with these people? You understand? This doesn't make any sense, but this just goes to show how a lot of these women don't know how to parent. And it's interesting how when there's a problem, she want to call the father, but the father don't live in the house. The father is not there. See, all of these women are single mothers. They're trying to raise these boys. But as you can see, based on the fact that she came to social media with her tears, these women cannot raise these sons. And because this young boy, or this young man, I should say, don't have the proper guidance, because we know his father is not in his life. Because if he was, she would be with that man and that man would be in that house. But we can clearly see that there's no order in that house. And this is typical for the modern woman, especially the single mother. As she raises her children, there's going to be problems. And as those kids get older, there will be some serious problems. So what we have is a situation where the mother want to call the police. She want to call the police on a young black man because he made a bad choice. Okay, yes, he's wrong. But at the same time, there's a solution to the problem. You can get your money back. But she's crying. and on social media for the whole world to see. And now everybody's going to talk about this. So now your son is going to be plastered all over the internet. Everybody that know you is going to know your face. And all your neighbors is going to know that your son is a thief. Was it really worth it? Like, what's the matter with these parents today? What's the matter with everyone that feel they got to go on social media? You already done seen all the previous video streams that I did regarding LA Truth and his crazy wife. And let me tell you something, fam. I personally lost a lot of respect for the LA Truth guy, and I'm going to tell you why. Because this clown is up online making apologies to a woman that literally destroyed his reputation and his name on social media, and he thought that it would be best to come out giving some sort of apology. And then on top of that, to add insult to injury, there's a video clip of his wife claiming that he wasn't really physically abusing her. But she pretty much implied that that is what he was doing by telling the general public that this man was dragging her around to the point where she was injured and how he broke her hand. But she told the world in a new video, oh, he didn't really abuse me physically. It's more mentally abusing and this and that. And now they're both singing the same tune of, self-love. Both of them is full of shit. And we're going to deal with them in another stream pretty much later on or probably in the morning. You understand? I cannot stand these frauds that come online with all these skits and they playing all of these damn games like they breaking up a bunch of public show. It's like no one is real no more. And that is a clear example of what we see here. Everybody's addicted to social media when they got problems. Imagine you got problems with your wife, and rather than you handle your business like a man in your house, you come online to talk about your wife. Or you're a woman, you got issues with your husband. So the first thing you want to do is go on Facebook Live. You want to come on Instagram Live to tell the whole world that your husband was out there fucking some other woman. How the hell is that going to make his situation good? And how is that going to make you look good? It's none of our business, number one, to know what your man is doing and what you're doing. But now, what do you want to do? You want to gain some sort of public attention? Is that what you want? You want some attention, right? You want some attention, and you really think that people online give a damn about you? Nobody cares about you. Do you understand me? When you bring your personal business on social media, nobody cares. You're just entertainment. We're going to get our popcorn, we're going to go get our drinks, and we're going to laugh. Why? Because your household drama is our entertainment. Do you understand me? So now, this particular mother is basically coming on social media to tell the world that her son stole her rent money. And I'm trying to figure out, why is your rent money on a credit card? You understand what I'm saying? Like, why are you using credit to pay your rent? That's problematic right there. Shouldn't you have some sort of bank transfer, some sort of setup where you could just get this thing taken care of? Like, this doesn't make sense. And then you crying on social media for the whole world to hate your son. And you know what's so crazy is that a lot of people who watch this clip over there on TikTok, because TikTok is just full of crazy people that just post their whole life. You know what I mean? They just love it. But they over there going in on the son, but they're not even thinking about the problem with this mother. She want to call the police on her son because the money was stolen, not realizing that the money can be reimbursed. It's credit. Remember that? It's credit. Now, if it's your debit card, it can still be reimbursed. But if it's a regular credit card, all you got to do is just call up the bank. And once they look into the issue, they're gonna restore that right away. That's not even an issue. So I don't understand, why is this woman crying and acting a fool on social media, and on the top of that want to call the cops on your son? This doesn't make sense. Like, you don't got no love? Like, this is crazy. So you would rather see the police come over where your son is acting up and then they kill your son. And then what? Was it worth it? Was it really worth it, right? This doesn't make any sense. But let's roll it back to the top. Let's play it again. Let's go.
Y'all, I am so irritated right now. My son sit up here and literally took $2,000 off my fucking credit card. That's my rent money. That's everything. Every fucking thing.
So let me get this straight. He took your rent money, which is $2,000. He took everything. So you don't got no other money in your account. Do you see, brothers and sisters, how the modern woman really don't have nothing in her bank account? You see, all these women are talking about how they're boss chicks. They all get in the bag, but they don't have no money in their bank. You know why? Because they live above their means. They're constantly spending. Do you understand me? And they're really not all that they claim to be. Because if he took the $2,000 and that's supposed to be for your rent, right? Why you don't got more money in the bank to cover the cost for all of your necessities? Where's the budget in that? See, what a lot of you guys don't realize with modern women is they're all in debt. They're not going to tell you this, but the majority of them have a pile of credit card debt, school loans, bank loans, all sorts of problems. They borrow from their pension. They borrow from this. They owe a pile of bills. Do you understand me, brothers? This is what's going on in today's day. But they flex. I'm a boss chick. I don't need a man. I'm a boss. I'm doing my own thing. I'm self-love. I'm doing all this other junk. But they don't got no money because she's crying over $2,000. So that means she don't even have at least $4,000 in her bank account. Not even $10,000 is in her account right now. You understand? This is crazy. But this is what's going on. Let's hear more about what she got to say. Let's go.
He gotta go.
So now your son gotta go? So let me get this straight. He gotta go because he made a bad choice? Okay, we can all agree her son made a bad choice. But let's find out why he's making this choice. We can clearly see that he bought this stuff for his girlfriend. That's what happened. He bought this stuff for his girlfriend. So for whatever reason, he felt that, hey, I don't got nothing. Nobody ain't giving me nothing. Nobody taught this young man how to work. Nobody taught him to get a job. He saw your credit card and he went ham with it. Do you understand me? Young people do stupid stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure all of you have stories about your kids doing some crazy stuff. But it's not worth coming on social media and telling the whole world what your child did to embarrass them. You understand? As a parent, you're supposed to protect their image even when they're wrong. You know what I mean? And as a young man, to go and do this, we got to find out what went wrong. How did it get to this point? You know? How did it get to this point? It doesn't mean that you're wrong as a mom because your son went out there and did this. It could mean a lot of things. He's at the age, first of all, a lot of you don't understand. When these teenagers hit in their teen years, right? As parents, you must understand that they are their own individual. A lot of times as parents, we become somewhat controlling to the point where we think that we own these youngins. We don't. They have their own life. We're just here to guide them, give them the proper information so that they can make the best possible decisions. That's our job. Our job is not to keep them locked inside. Our job is not to keep them in bondage like they're serving time in prison. Our job is to let them fly like an eagle. Your job is to give them the necessary information and the necessary tools so they could go out in the world, no matter how difficult it may be, for you to just let your children be their own selves, right? You must let them fly. Because if you're one of them kind of people that keep your children locked down, they can't do nothing, they can't go nowhere, they can't breathe, I understand that you have to guide them and it's a time to say, no, you can't go here, no, you can't go there. We get all of that, but you must have balance and you must allow them the ability to pretty much go and do what they need to do. If not, it's going to only be problematic for you. And it's something that you must learn and you must learn how to overcome, because if not, you're going to have a difficult time. And it's not going to be beneficial to you because they're going to become rebellious. They're going to go do things and it's going to be crazy for you. Let's get back into this. Let's go.
I just put him out. He's 16. I already done sit there and told him I really feel like calling the fucking police. That's why I came live, so I can calm down. I really just feel like calling the police at this moment. You really took some money off my card to go sit up there and do some shit for a little ass girl? Y'all, I am so mad right now, man. Man, I don't know what to do. My feelings hurt every fucking thing. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Like, I never thought that he'd sit up there and do something like that. I never thought that he'd sit up there and do something like that. Like,
She never thought that he would do something like that. Well, you thought wrong. You see, youngins do stuff like this. This is what they do. A lot of these youngins, they do a lot of crazy things and it can really piss you off. But at the end of the day, you have to always remember that we were all youngins too, and we made all these dumb decisions. Let me rewind that back so we can react to a lot of that information. Let's go.
he gotta go. I just put him out. He's 16. I already done sit there and told him. I really feel like calling the fucking police.
So you're gonna call the police on your 16-year-old son? Really? Your job is to protect him, but you're not doing that. Instead, you want to give them into the hands of the police. Do you think that's a wise decision? Do you think that's going to help your situation? Do you think that's going to stop him from using your credit card? No. It's going to actually cause him to become more rebellious. Yes, that's right. And see, even the scriptures teach us to don't provoke a child because you're going to discourage them. See, if mom is calling the police, then the child or the son really have no hope. So he's going to become even more rebellious and go into them streets and end up getting himself in problems because the mother don't know how to deal with him. And see, this is what happens, ladies, when you don't have the father in the house. Because you can't handle these kids. These kids, once they get to a certain age, you have to understand they're young adults. They're not kids. These are not kids. These are young adults. Do you understand? They have their own identity. They're going to go out there and they're going to make a bunch of bad decisions. But when they make those bad decisions, you must have the answers. And you must know how to deal with them. As an adult, if your child stole money from your credit card, for crying out loud, you're an adult. It's not like you spent it. Someone else did against your will. So that can be reimbursed. It's not going to affect you. You didn't lose anything. That's covered. You should know that. You're an adult. But instead, you got into your emotions because you couldn't believe that your only son, your only begotten child, has stolen from you. Well, I'm pretty sure that's not the first time. There's probably many other times he did little things, order things here, did something there, and you probably didn't know. But to call the cops? Really? Where is he gonna go when you put him out at 16? Where is he gonna go? See, it sounds good to say he deserved that, but see, it just proves that you ladies, you don't know how to raise sons and you don't know how to raise children. I don't know why you even have them for when you don't even love them.
That's why I came live, so I can calm down.
You came live so you can calm down. How is that helping you to calm down? How is that helping you to calm down by going live? Why would you go live? How is that helping you? Listen, ladies and gentlemen, when you have issues in your life, and I'm talking about personal problems, not problems where you really needed help and your back is against the wall and you took it to social media because there's a life and death situation. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you have some sort of argument with your kid and you come and you go live. You don't need to do that because people online are not going to care. Nobody cares about your situation. We all got our own situations. We don't really care about yours. Everybody's going through something. Do you understand me? So when you come online with your BS, it becomes someone else's entertainment. It becomes someone else's meme. It becomes someone else's opportunity to pretty much talk about you. And then when they begin to talk about you, then you get upset. Why is everybody on social media talking about me? Well, you put your personal business out there. Now it's everybody's business now. So don't cry when you have 1,000 people making videos about you.
I really just feel like calling the police at this moment. You really took some money off my card to go sit up there and do some shit for a little ass girl?
Wow.
Y'all, I am so mad right now, man. I don't know what to do. My feelings hurt every fucking thing. Like,
so your feelings hurt. So we know what's really going on. You're in your feelings. So because you're in your feelings, now you want to call the cops. Do you see how our women make horrible decisions with all of the crimes that have been done against our people? With all of the atrocities done, with all the police brutality, you mean to tell me you would call the police that are known for gunning down young black men? You would call them to the house when we have a young brother. Now, we know these youngins have a mouth on them. We know they act up. They want to act tough. They're not going to listen to the police. So what do you think the policeman is going to do when your son becomes unruly, talking about I'm not listening, and start throwing his hands up and start doing, but you know what they're going to do? They're going to put your son down. And you're going to be at that funeral and everybody's going to look at you and they're going to say the reason why your son is gone is because you called the cops on them, because you were in your feelings and now your son is gone. How many mothers have buried their sons over the same issue? How many women have visited the cemetery because they call the police on their son and the son end up getting shot? And now what? Now we all crying, wishing we can turn back the hand of time. Isn't that amazing?
I don't know. I don't know what to do. Like, I never thought that he'd sit up there and do something like that. I never thought that he'd sit up there and do something like that. Like, when I got the notification earlier, when I sit up there and I got the notification earlier, y'all, the notification was basically saying, like, did I purchase this? But I didn't sit up there and pay attention to it. You feel me? Like, I didn't even worry about it or nothing like that. He got to go. He waiting on his daddy to come pick him up right now. He has to go.
So let me get this straight. When your son does something wrong, that is when you want to call the father. Do you see how that works, brothers, with modern women? Anytime the boy does something wrong, that's when they want to call the father. They never interested in calling the father when everything is going good, because that's when they want to take all the credit. The mothers want to take all the credit for how good the boy turned out. But when the boy becomes problematic, that's when she needs the man. But these are the very same women who say, I don't need a man. I can do bad all by myself. I don't need no man. I can do this. I can raise all my kids by myself. I don't need no man. So why are you calling his father? Because you don't know what to do with the boy. You don't know what to do. You putting the boy out the house at 16, that's going to be a problem for you because you just can't do that. You see what I mean? So your hope is that the father's going to come by and take him off of your hands so you don't got to be stressed out. This is a sad situation here, fam.
He got to go. He got to go. Like, you don't do that. Like, he got, like, his mouth, he's being hella disrespectful, all of that. So
we're going to have a video where we're going to talk about how young teenagers in today's day, they're very disrespectful, very entitled. They carry a lot of wicked spirits on them. We're going to talk about that in another video. It's going to be very, very interesting. Let's go.
You gotta go. You gotta go.
Where is he going to go? He's 16. Where is he going to go? Where? To prison? To the grave? Which one would you prefer?
You have to go. You gotta go. Like, I don't have no more money. Like, I called my bank. My bank sit up there and told me I gotta wait until Monday. They froze my account. They completely froze my account.
Duh, that's what normally would happen when there's fraud. Certainly, you must not know anything about banking, because the way you're going on is as if though the bank did something wrong by freezing your account. They did that to protect your assets and your money or whatever the case is that you had. Now, again, I don't know if it's a credit card that was stolen or a debit card. I don't really know. We know the difference. There's a difference between the two in case you just don't know. But let's go.
So can't nobody else use it. But I can't get that. He needs to get away from my door. He's not getting back in my house. He's not getting back in here. I do not care. Get away from my door, little boy.
You calling your son, little boy, get away from my door, little boy, to your son, little boy, get away from my door, little boy. That's how you talk to your son. You see, this is what's going on in many households. This is the reality of most households and families. It's chaotic. There's a lot of delusion, a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, sadness, poverty. There's no family structure. There's no guidance. The kids are not guided. They're misguided, rebellious. And in most cases, the mothers are not even raising them. These boys are coming up on their own. This woman clearly she never raised that boy. That boy is doing his own thing. He's wilding out. But let's go.
See, you see how disrespectful he is? That's why my dog sitting here barking. He's being so disrespectful. Since
So he's being disrespectful by knocking the door.
Talking to this little girl, he's been getting hella disrespectful.
Now notice this, ever since he's been talking to this girl, he's been getting hella disrespectful. You see how that works, brothers? Do you see how it starts from when you're young? When you're young and you start to talk to women, your first course of being emasculated is going to come from your mother. She's going to try to make you feel like everything you're doing for a woman is wrong right away. And what that does is going to end up turning you into a monster. And this is where it starts from. A lot of young boys, when they start to entertain young girls, you know what starts to happen? The parents start telling them, don't go by that girl. You need to stay away from these girls. Stay away from these girls. I don't want y'all in the same room. I don't want you doing this. So the boy now starts to say, okay, since my mom don't want me to be around girls, then I guess I'll just stay around boys. Now, all of a sudden, your son take a liking for boys now. And it's interesting because when he's hanging around boys, the mom don't say anything. It's perfectly fine. And this is where a whole nother can of worms open up. Because you know, in today's day, it's very, very crazy in this world when it comes to these teens. They have literally lost their minds. Let's go.
He's been out the chain disrespectful. I'm about to call the police. I'm giving you a chance and letting your dad come and get you. Get away from my door.
Wow. She said, I'm about to call the police. I'm giving you a chance. I'm waiting for your father to come pick you up. So she basically disowned her son for $2,000. Money that she can get right back from the bank. It's all insured. I don't understand why she's crying. But again, this is what happens when you deal with the modern woman. They can't raise children. The fathers are never in the household. It's a constant struggle. You know how many single moms are fighting with their sons and daughters every day? You know how many single mothers fight with their daughters? I'm talking about physical fights. These young girls got grown up. They be just walking out the house, staying out all hours of the night, doing whatever they want to do, and the mothers just let them come right back home. No discipline, no conversations, nothing. And then when your daughter turn up pregnant, who you think is going to be taking care of that child? It's going to be you, mom. You're going to be the one doing it. Yes, that's right. You. Because you weren't there to guide your daughters, and the fathers wasn't there to guide the sons. And this is problematic, primarily in the Black community, where there are so much single mother households, fatherless households, because the women want to be independent. They want to collect that check from the government, and they want to collect that child support from that man, while at the same time going out there entertaining multiple men rather than taking care of their kids. And this is the life of many, many families in the Black community.
Get away from my door.
Wow, get away from my door.
Y'all, I am so irritated right now. My son sit up here and literally took $2,000 off my fucking credit card.
Credit card.
My rent money, that's everything. Every fucking thing.
Wow.
He gotta go. I just put him out. He's 16. I already done sit there and told him. I really feel like calling the fucking police. That's why I came live, so I can calm down. I really just feel like calling the police at this moment. You really took some money off my card to go sit up there and do some shit for a little ass girl? Y'all, I am so mad right now, man.
This is crazy.
Oh, man, I don't know what to do. My feelings hurt, every fucking thing. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Like, I never thought that he'd sit up there and do something like that. I never thought that he'd sit up there and do something like that. Like,
Of course he's going to do that, because in today's day, it's all about drip. It's all about styling. It's all about doing this. And a lot of these guys, especially these youngins, they learn this type of simp behavior of buying women a bunch of stuff because they come on social media and all they do is see other people spending money, flashing money, doing this, doing that. Where do you think they got the influence from? Where do you think they got it from? Serious business, fam. Let's go.
when I got the notification earlier, when I sit up there and I got the notification earlier, y'all, the notification was basically saying, like, did I purchase this? But I didn't sit up there and pay attention to it. You feel me? Like, I didn't even worry about it or nothing like that. He got to go. He waiting on his daddy to come pick him up right now. He has to go. He got to go. He got to go. Like, you don't do that. Like, he got, like, his mouth, he's being hella disrespectful, all of that. So, you got to go. You got to go. You have to go. You got to go. Like, I don't have no more money. Like, I called my bank. My bank sit up there and told me I got to wait until Monday. They froze my account. They completely froze my account. So can't nobody else use it. But I can't get that. He needs to get away from my door. He not getting back in my house.
And you notice the fear that the mom have on her for her son. Because typically in these type of situations, the sons, because they are pretty much out of control, and the mothers have no control because they neglected the child. This is at the point where the mother really wished that the father was in the son's life to pretty much guide him. And by then it's pretty much too late. You know, the damage is already done. So now she's going to try to resort to just calling the police. And this is why a lot of parents, especially modern women today that are single mothers, this is why they always resort to calling the police, because they really don't know what else to do because they don't got no man. So because they don't got no man, they figure, okay, I got to call the law. And when the law is brought in, you have to understand they're not going to treat your son, you know, like the father would. They're going to literally delete your son if need be. It would be beneficial to them to just delete your son. So you got to really think very clear, long and hard about your decision when it comes to your children, when it comes to calling the police and stuff like that. It's not a good thing to do. It can become very sketchy. Again, police are trained to react to certain situations. A lot of them are trigger happy. They're taser happy. And when it comes to young black men, it seems as if though they just can't wait to throw your son to that floor and do whatever they want to do to him. So why introduce that to your child? It makes no sense. It makes no sense.
He not getting back in here. I do not care. Get away from my door, little boy. See, you see how disrespectful he is? That's why my dog sitting here barking. He's being so disrespectful. Since he been talking to this little girl, he's been getting hella disrespectful. He's been out the chain disrespectful. I'm about to call the police. I'm giving you a chance and letting your dad come and get you. Get away from my door.
Wow. This is crazy, right? But anyway, y'all, leave your thoughts, leave your comments. Let me know what you think of the video. We'll be back with another one. Ringo TV Reactions. I'm out, fam. Peace. We out.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.